But I'll say this, we're going to dispense with all the usual ceremonies and celebrations that traditionally follow a new speakership because we have no time for either one. The American people's business is too urgent in this moment. The hour is late, the crisis is great. In America, we hear you. And we are reporting again, as I said in there, to our duty stations. That will begin in just a few moments. This entire group is going to go back to the House floor, and we are going to pass our resolution in support of the nation of Israel.
Hey there, guys. Welcome to the channel. So, House Speaker Mike Johnson just dropped an absolute freaking bombshell on President Joe Biden and basically every Democrat that is absolutely going to make his entire party meltdown. But before I get into that, guys, thank you so much to everyone that's been subscribing and leaving such great comments. Really appreciate the support. If you haven't already, guys, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Most importantly, share the channel. Help us to grow. We really, really appreciate it. So, Mike Johnson was given his first Speaker's Weekly press conference when the question of Biden's impeachment came up. So, unfortunately for the Democrats who would prefer basically to run cover and protect Joe Biden, the impeachment inquiry did not go away with Kevin McCarthy. They are still gathering evidence. They are still in the process of deciding whether or not they can or will impeach Joe Biden. And honestly, the way Johnson answered this question, I think tells us a lot.
Many of you know my background. I'm a constitutional law attorney. I believe this is a very serious matter. I was called upon to serve on the impeachment defense team in the House twice under President Trump when the Democrats used it for raw partisan political purposes, and I decried that at each step of the way. The reason is because the impeachment power that we have in the Constitution, in the House specifically, next to a declaration of war, you could argue it's the heaviest power that we have, and it cannot be wielded for political purposes. So I have been very consistent, intellectually consistent in this, and persistent that we have to follow due process and we have to follow the law. That means following our obligation under the Constitution and doing appropriate investigations in the right way, at the right pace, so that the evidence comes in and we follow the evidence where it leads. We follow the truth where it leads. So as we stand here today, I'm not predetermined that, but I do believe that very soon we are coming to a point of decision on it. We're in the impeachment inquiry phase, as you know, which is an important step in that due process. And what you're seeing right now, although a lot of American people are anxious about this, many, Republicans across the country are anxious to get to the end point on this, and I think some Democrats want to know how it ends as well. What you're seeing right now is a deliberate constitutional process that was envisioned by the founders, the framers of the Constitution. This is how they envisioned this to go, not the way the Democrats did it: snap impeachments, sham impeachments, and all the rest. So I know that people are anxious about it, but I will say, Chairman Comer, Chairman Jordan in Judiciary, Chairman Smith in Ways and Means, they've done an extraordinary job, very methodically, and I would say outside the scope of politics. They've been taking in the evidence as it goes. So we're going to follow the evidence where it leads, and we'll see. And I'm not going to predetermine it this morning.
So there's a lot there, man. I did not know that this man was a constitutional law attorney. All we've really been able to discover about the guy is that he's not rich enough to be speaker, and he's a religious extremist. Not sure why the media left this out, that he's got some real pedigree. And I'll tell you one thing, man. The way this guy intelligently and thoughtfully and politely shares his opinions and views, it sure makes him look exactly like the crazy danger to democracy that MSNBC has been saying that he is. But anyway, all jokes aside, being serious, if you parse the man's words, it really does sound like an impeachment is coming, and probably coming very soon. But it sounds like it's coming in such a buttoned up and professional way that only the most die-hard party propagandists will be able to come out against it. Only the very, very mushy-brained people will be, able to have the propaganda levied against them. Anyway, at least that's what it feels like to me. Everyone, people on both sides, they saw what a disgrace the Trump impeachments really were. They truly were a weaponized congressional authority. That's all they were. And the Republicans, to their credit, they seem to not want to repeat that mistake. But anyway, I thought you guys would appreciate seeing this. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you haven't already, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Most importantly, share the channel. See you in the next one.